this match, who said a key for this game is going to be passing. When our setters can get their hands on the ball, we can compete with anyone right there in overpass, and that's not going to work.
Mackenzie Plante for Tennessee with the serve and the ace. Madison, how important? These teams, yeah, Tennessee's ranked. Oklahoma, the underdog, maybe on the outside looking in at the NCAA tournament. We'll talk about that more as well, but really feels like they're evenly matched. Oklahoma playing so well, won 3 of their last 4, took Kentucky to the wire. So how important is it to get out hot early here?
Oh, it's so important because it also shows that each team is in a rhythm. You want to start strong, and then you want to continue that strength, but it starts with getting into a rhythm, and that's why it's important to come out swinging and firing on all cylinders. The passing for Oklahoma, like we saw right there, was a good pass. They were able to side out. That's going to be really important.
Senior Monty Bush, so important also to this Oklahoma team with their first serve. She can put the aces down, but not that time. A free point for for Tennessee.
And Coach Aaron Mansfield said that serving, their strategy was serving. They want to come out aggressive with their serves. In the middle, they want to be aggressive. And then towards the ends of the set, they want to take something off of it and be more consistent. So I like that she went for it right there.
Woo. Senior Gulje Gooch-Tekin with the serve for Tennessee on senior night here in Knoxville. Oh, wow, and they got away with one a little bit there. Definitely out of system, but got it over and managed to get it by the Sooners.
Tennessee is scrappy. Watch this play. Great swing by Alexis Shelton, but then the quick twitch reflexes of Hayden Kubik and Gooch-Tekin, and then I love the fire. I love the passion that Gooch-Tekin brings to this team.
And there's Shelton from that left side. Get a taste of the power she brings. And out. A little too far left there for Tennessee. And Star Williams.
Defensively, Tennessee has been really good so far at getting hands on Alexis Shelton, slowing down that attack. Just an attacking error there by them.
Kelly Jo Burgess with the serve, causing some troubles for Oklahoma here early. Couple of service errors. You mentioned, Madison, they like to be aggressive on those serves early and in the middle. Sometimes that aggressiveness doesn't pay off, and so far it hasn't for the Sooners. Maggie Dostick now to serve for Tennessee. Oh, and what a block.
I mean, Chelsea Sutton is so elite in the middle with her net defense. Coach Eve Rackham-Watt said the block is why she's out there, because she's so hungry, she presses, she's so disciplined, and the blocking is her strong suit.
Oh, and a little bit of an overpass, and just teed it up for Tennessee, and they put it right back at the Sooners.
Yeah, a little chaotic on the Oklahoma side. I'm not surprised that there was a timeout called right there. They're not looking very comfortable, missed a couple serves, and just been playing a little chaotic.
We talked about the importance of a fast start. Well, Tennessee must have been listening. They're up 5. Sometime Tennessee out to an early lead. Head coach Eve Rackham-Watt had a lot of great things to say about her team coming into the season, Madison.
And consistently, year after year, she has built such an impressive roster of girls that want to play, that want to compete at a high level, and it stems down from the top. She's done a wonderful job leading this team.
Fastest Tennessee coach to 20 wins, second fastest to 50 and 100 wins. Shelton in the middle trying to put it down, and she does.
And what was so impressive about that is Alexis Shelton did such a good job at getting her feet to the ball. That set was basically a 2 right in the middle of the court. Maybe we're a middle in the placement where a middle would attack the ball, but she got her feet there and swung nice and high to tool the block.
Tennessee was on a 5-1 run. Now Alyssa Flack, she can absolutely punish this serve. Nicely done there. Oh, and they count it in. That was close down the right sideline. Chelsea Sutton with the big hit.
And it was a masterful pass by Gulje Gooch-Tekin, who, when she got to Tennessee, really focused on her serve receive, and it's paying off.
The senior Hayden Kubik leads the team in kills this season, but man, they've got 5 above 100 kills on the year. That is tremendous for the Volunteers. Big swing for Plante off the block.
Something that I'm noticing right out of the gates is the serve pressure from Tennessee. Oklahoma's pass is off the net. Their setters are having to scramble, and they're not in as good of a rhythm as you would want to be as an offense.
Oh, and that was an ace. Maybe got away with one there. That was going to be very close to the back line, but Amani Bush puts her hands on it, can't handle it. Another point for Tennessee on that ace. Now an 8-2 run for the Volunteers. Another great serve, but they handle it this time. Shelton from the right side can't get it to go down. Plante taps it over, and it is enough. Sometimes finesse over brawn.
And something that you will notice, is the triple blocking for Oklahoma. They've been doing this for 6 years now. Aaron Mansfield said, look, all 3 blockers on the outside, Plante going up to block that. Well, that means there's not an off blocker to dig that tip.
And Sutton again in the middle. There is just no answer to what Tennessee is bringing early in this match. Now a 5-0 run.
Beautiful press. She's so masterful. It's timed out perfectly. She's very invasive over the net.
Shelton tries to get it to go, but Tennessee scrappy on their side, keeps it alive. Go back again. Oh, and that was just finesse. Carolyn Kerr, savvy on the right pin there, manages to keep the ball in and just enough spin on it, and Oklahoma couldn't handle it.
I mean, Kerr is 6-time all-time in Tennessee for assists, but it's not just the assist that she brings to this team. She's a competitor. She's a fighter. She did not give up on that play.
Oklahoma trying to find some rhythm. They get a good one there from Camille Gibson, the sophomore outside hitter from Crossroads, Texas.
Oklahoma needed that. Put a stop to the bleeding, go back behind the service line, and now try to put together a couple of points in transition indeed. Bleeding,
hemorrhaging. It was a 6-0 run at that point, just stopped. A nice serve from Shelton there. Oh, and they found the hole in the middle.
Camille Gibson is playing opposite, off blocker, so she's back there. She should have gotten that tip, but just a little bit of hesitancy. No Oklahoma player really went for it, but Gibson should have been all over that.
Kubik just finds that sweet spot, that donut in the middle of the floor. No man's land, if you will. Sydney James with the serve. Beautiful. Handles it, right side. And that one goes off the block, left side rather. Amani Bush with the kill.
Amani Bush's experience, she just reached 1,000 career kills. She's coming off of 13 with only 2 errors versus Kentucky. So when she heats up, she can play very consistent and be that outlet for the Sooners.
Comes in with 296 kills this season, hitting a 293 percentage, which is tremendous. A little bit of an overpass. Meet in the middle there. It's going to go to Tennessee. They call it off the block. And that had to be barely off the block, Madison.
And that's Plante's bread and butter. Number 6, the outside hitter. She loves to get a little underneath the ball and swing at those high hands. She executes that at a really high level, and that's kind of her swing.
Caroline Kerr to serve. Leader of this team, the setter for the Vols. Just past 3,000 assists on her career. And Shelton from the back row. I don't know how Tennessee managed that. Point's gonna go to Tennessee.
Looks like there was an Oklahoma player in the net. Right off the bat, I see that they're targeting the outsides in serve receive. I like the way that Tennessee is attacking from the service line.
So Tennessee with a big lead here early. Coming up next, it's the second match of our doubleheader in Starkville, where Mississippi State hosts Vandy. So stick around, back-to-back volleyball matches. That one should be good as well. Oklahoma head coach Aaron Mansfield in his 3rd season. Madison brought the team to the NCAA tournament last year. First time since 2019. Got their first win in a tournament since 2013. Doing a great job with the Sooners.
And he was delightful to talk to. We spoke to him before the match. He has a lot of faith in his team. Obviously, Oklahoma coming off of that Kentucky loss, but they pushed him to 5. They got reverse swept, and Aaron Mansfield said he was so proud of the way that they played and the energy in the locker room after. He said they were positive. It was pretty electric. There's a lot of potential with this team, and he knows that, and he believes in them.
Yeah, we said red hot off the top. Oklahoma Sooners, they won 3 of their last 4, but really maybe that biggest one was that near win over the top team in the conference. The Kentucky Wildcats took them to 5 sets and just couldn't quite get it done. You can see the record here. Started 8-2, slowed down a little bit since then. Madison, we talked about their postseason NCAA tournament chances this year. Really going to have to run the table, win the SEC conference tournament, most likely to get in.
Exactly, yep. They're going to need a spectacular run. Here, they need to win this game, and then they realistically would need to go through and win the SEC tournament. But right now, just talking about the SEC tournament, they're ranked 8th. If they can beat Tennessee, if they can turn something around here, they can secure that 8th seed and get a first-round bye. Top 4 teams get the first 2 round byes, and the top 8 get the first-round bye. So a lot of implications here.
Well, they got some business at hand right here because Tennessee, everything is dropping for Tennessee as they lead 16-5 and they're on a 9-2 run. Bush from the left side can't get it to go down again. Hooch Tekken over to Star Williams, and Star Williams puts it down. Everybody on Tennessee gets a kill. Did you get a kill too, Madison?
Yep. You and I both get a kill. Absolutely incredible, though. Their transition play has been really good. Look at that out-of-system set from Golche Hooch Tekken. Perfectly done, right within her attacker's wheelhouse.
And on cue, my crack statistician Phil next to me hands me a note. 6 different ball players with a kill so far in this match. And it's early. There's no one wants to get in the way of that one.
And that's one of the reasons why Tennessee is so hard to beat, is because they're so balanced. The defense can't get into a rhythm. They don't know who the set is going to because of the balance of this Tennessee team. You've got 5 players with over 100 kills. Hayden Kubik obviously leading that, and she can attack from the back row. So you've got girls firing at you from all cylinders.
Oh, and Caroline Kerr just dropped that in. That should be illegal, what she just did. That was dirty. It looked like it had weights on it when it got over the net.
And she comes in, you think it's going to go deeper, maybe to the back line, but she gets underneath it, opens up that palm a little bit, and just pops it short.
Tennessee with their 3rd ace. They're getting the ball to drop in every way possible. If you're the Sooners, you just got to try to settle down. Bush taps it over. Great opportunity again for Tennessee. Star Williams from the right. Bush has to tap it over. This time she finds a spot.
And that's exactly what Oklahoma needed. They just needed a dig. Tennessee has been so efficient offensively, right now hitting 786. Oklahoma needed a dig. They need to give themselves chances in transition, and they just did.
And I think, to your point, Madison, they need to find a little momentum here. If I'm being honest, I think I have a better chance of winning this set than Oklahoma at this point. They are not coming back, but they need to find some momentum and maybe carry it into that next set.
I don't know. I've seen some crazy comebacks in all of my years. I'd say it's not over till the whistle blows, but I mean, right as you were talking, Tennessee with a quick transition kill. Really well done, looking very in rhythm.
You are right. Officially, there is hope, but it is dwindling here in the first set as Tennessee gets to the red zone, as we like to call it, the first team to 20 points. Oh, that was beautiful. Tennessee, how did they do that? Magic. Over to Flack. And she gets it to go down off the block. And I'll tell you what, Carolyn Kerr dove for that one, and she was angry. Look at that dig. That was the first one, but the one she didn't get came later, and she was angry with herself. She wanted it so bad.
And that's just how much of a competitor she is. They're up 20-7, and she's mad that she didn't get that dig. Incredible.
Oh, another one from Sutton in the middle. Unless you're getting blocks on those middle players, you're doomed.
Oh,
well, either
yes.
side of the net. If you're not getting a blocker up in front of those middle blockers on the other side when they're trying to kill, it's going to be tough for you.
And Tennessee's middles are so incredibly efficient. Claudia Pollock is coming off hitting 667. She hit 800 the match before. I mean, just incredible.
And another ace. This one from Hooch Tekken.
The reason that float serve is so difficult to pass is because from the time that it hits your hand behind the service line to the time it gets to the service-seed passers, that ball is dipping and it's floating and it's moving right to left and it's dropping. So you have to move your feet so quickly to get your platform underneath it. It's really hard to do.
Like a really good knuckleball
Yes.
in baseball. It kind of moves around in weird ways, and that one certainly had Oklahoma scrambling. Here we go to Shelton. Gets rejected again. She's going to give it another shot. This one handled by Kubik on the left side, and then they give her a chance to kill it. Can't get it to go. Alexis again. That one goes wide, and it does not touch the block. So it is point Tennessee, 23-7.
Right now, the Volunteers are holding Alexis Shelton, their main point scorer, to 1 kill on 10 attempts, hitting 0. So Tennessee's done a really good job at slowing down their top attacker.
Yeah, Oklahoma hitting a 130, and there's a rare mistake from the Volunteers. Oklahoma hitting 130. Meanwhile, on the other side of the floor, Tennessee hitting over 700, 765.
And Tennessee's siding out at 100%. That is a stat that you just don't really ever see.
Star Williams. Free ball for Oklahoma. Shelton from the right. The dig from Kerr. Over to Star Williams. Sooners handle it. Biggest rally so far of this match. Oh, and a rare mistake from the Volunteers on that set.
Biggest rally so far, longest rally, and Alyssa Flack, number 19 for Oklahoma, covered the ball with her face, and it went back over, and it kept the rally going. That is something that's probably never happened to her before. That was pretty crazy to watch.
They always say keep your eye on the ball, Madison.
At whatever cost it takes, get the ball over the net.
Whitney Wallace serving that one for Oklahoma. Comes back at him, though. And this will be set point now for Tennessee. Got the set point quickly here.
And that's Tennessee running the gap set. Kerr really quickly, just a couple of feet away from her on that gap set to Chelsea Sutton, able to find some gaps in the block and put it away. Chelsea
Sutton having herself a day already here. 3rd kill for her. One behind her teammate, Mackenzie Plante. Go to the right side, there's Flack. Oh, and there's a block for the Sooners.
There's that triple block that they've been doing for 6 years. Head coach Aaron Mansfield said they did it the last 2 years when he was at LMU, and it mimics a high-level men's style. He said it's unique. They want to show teams something that they usually don't see, and right there, the triple block worked out.
There's Flack with that serve again. I tell you what, she is deadly. If she can consistently put that serve inbounds, that could be a big boost for this Sooner team.
It's coming with a lot of pace, and right now you're thinking about building momentum for the next set. So as many as you can get, you're happy about it.
And another one, and they handled it this time. Oh my goodness, and from the left side, Kubik. And why not with the exclamation point, a dominating first set for the Tennessee Vols, 25-11. They get it. Emotions high here on senior night. Everybody's scoring for the Volunteers as we get ready for set number 2. Farmers Market. Welcome back to the Food City Center here in Knoxville, Tennessee. That first set, Madison, an absolute clinic by the number 19 ranked team in the country, and a balanced scoring attack led the way.
And give some credit to Caroline Kerr, absolutely masterful distribution of the ball. I think Tennessee might have just broke some kind of record. Plante, outside hitter, hit 100%, 4 kills, no errors. Kubik hit 500, only 1 error. Sutton hit 100%, 3 kills, no errors. Pollock, 100%, no errors on 3 kills. I mean, those stats, Oklahoma's got to do a better job at getting hands up there on the block, slowing them down, because they had 4 players with over 3 kills, and most of them had no errors. I mean, as a team, they're hitting 583. They're siding out at 81%. That is masterful offense, perfectly executed by Tennessee.
Well, somebody needs to talk to Caroline Kerr, because she's bringing down the average. She only hit 333. She needs to pick that up. 9 assists for Caroline Kerr. The problem is if you pass that well, you're going to shorten the game, so you're not going to have a lot of assists.
Exactly. They are siding out so consistently in transition. When they make the dig, they're putting the ball away. And there's 4 players hitting 100%, 4 players putting the ball away every time they attack the ball. That is just crazy.
Claudia Pollock now on the floor. Big middle blocker, 6'6" for Tennessee. If it hasn't been hard enough for the Sooners to get those attacks to drop, they got a big middle blocker now to deal with. As Sooners serve. Star Williams tries to tap it over. And there's Pollock in the middle. That one doesn't go. Bush can't quite get A lot of mustard on that one. A little bit of an overpass. Star Williams handles it. Man, those ones where you meet at the net, it's coming down perfectly. It really is a jump ball.
Absolutely, and that was Star Williams, one player, versus the triple block of Oklahoma. That was a lot of congestion up there on the left side of the court for Tennessee, but Star Williams got it done.
Mackenzie Plante to serve. Tennessee's serving tremendous so far, and they get another ace. And that one, Imani Bush is going to be mad at herself for that one. That was not one that normally is going to let get away from her. That's the 5th ace for Tennessee.
And Mansfield's taking her out because they've been targeting her a lot in serve receive, and she's got aced a couple of times.
Takoa Barnes in that back row. Manages just to handle that one. A free ball, though, for Tennessee. Her all the way over to Kubik. And goes right at Shelton, and she cannot keep that one from touching the floor.
Kubik swings with so much power. Watch her take her time on the approach. Great set. Takes her time, uses all that momentum in her swing to attack the ball. She gets on top of it really well with that big snap.
Monte again. Oh, and there's a big hit. Needed that one. Takoa Barnes, the freshman outside hitter out of Boynton Beach, Florida, gets a much-needed point, the first one of the second set for Oklahoma. Got 22 aces on the season. I'll tell you what, Oklahoma would love one right now, and man, what a rocket. They handle it. Cooch Tekken all the way over to Kubik. Free ball, though, for Oklahoma. Where are they going to go? They go to Flack, and Flack gets it done.
You say it's a red-hot Sooner team. It's also a red-hot Alyssa Flack. She's coming off of a season-high 11 kills. She just adds dimension and balance to this offense. So she's one that really needs to get going and start to accumulate some points for her team. But she's been on a roll lately.
Yeah, I think she's something that, you know, if Shelton's not getting it going, Flack can be somebody that could really step in and start to maybe provide some diversification on that side so Tennessee can't focus on one person.
Exactly.
Star Williams. Wow, that went down quick. Barely past the 10-foot line.
Amazing, and that's because she gets on top of the ball. She's not underneath it. She's timed it out right. And then she doesn't let the ball drop. She's hitting it at its peak. So watch the height of her jump, and that ball doesn't drop at all. She's contacting it at a super high point.
Cooch Tekken to serve. Watch this knuckleball. Oh, and it's out. Service error for Tennessee.
Close, and you might as well go for it. She was going for that back line, area 1, area 6. That seam there just hit a little too far out.
KJ Burgess now having the best season of her career. She's a junior. Oh, and an unfortunate, just gives it back. Matches service errors. 3rd service error for Oklahoma.
Yeah, KJ Burgess leading the SEC in hitting efficiency of .435. She's 4th in blocks. She's having a phenomenal season. She's one of those players that hasn't really gotten a chance to kind of stretch her legs and get going in the set it all because Tennessee's just been so dominant.
And there's Flack again, trying to get her going. Free ball now.
Wow.
A little bit of an overpass there. Into the net. Point Tennessee.
The defense for Tennessee has been so good. They are low, they are ready. No one's standing up, no one's on their heels. They're ready for anything that comes at them, and it's been so impressive.
Oh, and Flack a little awkward on that shot, but hey, placement as important as power in that one.
And Flack made the most of that. That set was a little too far off the net. She started her approach. She wanted that set a little bit more in front of her, but the set drifted off, and she made the most of it and got the kill by hitting it to the seam, into that 6'5" area.
Had a slow start to her freshman year just due to mostly injury, but has gotten going, as Madison said, and could be a key factor today if Oklahoma can make a comeback, and that'll help. Big block from Shelton over on that left side.
And there's that fire that I talked about in the open. Alexis Shelton can light up. She's an emotional leader for this team. And then look at the press, the height that she gets over the net. Her vertical is amazing. And then she's turning her palms back to area 6, so she's not allowing herself to get tooled.
Oh, there's that serve. Kubik answers for the Volunteers. I'll tell you what, that flag serve, we're about 15 feet from the court, and it's blurry going by.
It's coming in fast, but Tennessee's done a good job at passing it, not letting themselves get in too many ruts when Flack's behind the service line. And what a swing from Hayden Kubik. She's got so much power.
Kubik with the kill, now with the serve, gets it in. Gibson tries to get it to go, and it'll work.
Oklahoma running a very tempo offense. So that was a super fast set to the outside pin. Gibson dropped her shoulder a little bit, tipped it, played it smart, saw an open area of the court. But I like how quick Oklahoma's offense is. Let's just now see if they can get into a rhythm with their attack.
Shelton moves back to serve. The Oklahoma all-time kills leader. Was on the AVCA Player of the Year watch list in the preseason as well. Had a tremendous match against Kentucky on Friday night. And Plante, just a little bit too much. You said she's the master of playing it off the block. Maybe just played it a little too high there.
Yeah, from where we were, I honestly thought that she grabbed fingertips, but I think that's probably just from history. She's usually grabbing the top of the fingertips there, but just got a little too far underneath it and couldn't tool the triple block.
We got a tie set. Oklahoma not going to go away quietly. Kerr over to Plante again, and again, Long Gooch Tekken's asking for a touch. It does amaze me how savvy these players are in knowing if their attack has touched a hand.
When you're in the game and you're up there and attacking, the game kind of slows down. It's like you've got spider reflexes. You can just really feel it.
First lead now for the Sooners. Can they make it a bigger lead? Oh, and Kerr with the veteran move. She gets the kill, and oh, you know she loves that, doesn't she?
With some authority. She got on top of that ball, and when you run a 5-1 offense, you yourself also have to be an offensive weapon when you're in the front row just to hold the block honest. And man, she's holding the block honest there.
And fooled everybody on the Sooner side. They were all moving to the edges, getting ready for the attack, and it was never to be. Sydney James with that serve. Oh, and another big block from the right side. And there's Pollock involved in that one, as well as Caroline Kerr. The thing about Caroline Kerr, too, is sometimes you think you got to set her in that front row and it can be a liability on the defensive side. Time and time again, she finds a way to contribute. Maybe not huge blocking numbers, but contributing at key points, it seems like.
Well said. We see that across the country. A lot of times the setters will get used and abused on the block, but no, not Kerr.
Quick set from Oklahoma. He handles it over to Plante again. This time, not a big swing, just taps it over. Oh, and there's the big block again, and it's Pollock and Kerr. Repeat performance at the net. They get another one.
Blocking is such a team effort. Kerr did a really good job at setting that block, and then Pollock did a good job at closing. It's the placement, and then Pollock getting there to close, and then the press and the timing. That's a really good combo right there.
And Oklahoma just keeps attacking, and it just keeps coming back at them. Gotta be frustrating at some point. How do you adjust if you're the Sooners in this situation? You're trying to find that rhythm. You're trying to find that person that can get the ball to go down, and it just doesn't seem to be happening. How do you adjust?
Exactly. They're just not in rhythm right now. I think the setters are either trap setting or setting them too far off the net, so it's just that chemistry kind of getting into a rhythm, and then the attackers being swing high hands, swing off the block, kind of like Plante just tried to do there. Wasn't able to grab.
They really want to touch there. Plante sends one long again. Not going to get it, though. Not going to get the call. Needs to bring it down a little bit. Find those fingers.
Yeah, Oklahoma's just got to be a little bit more creative and crafty with their attack because the Tennessee block is on right now.
Sydney Thompson to serve the senior. Kerr to Kubik. You heard that a lot this season, and you heard it again right there.
And you can hear Kubik. She wants the ball. She's calling for a D ball, which is that right back area of the court in the back row. And you see where she finishes? She's at the net. That's how far she can jump, how high she's jumping, taking off behind the line, and then just punishing the ball from the back court.
Free ball for Tennessee. Star Williams takes it off the block and out.
You see the smile on Star Williams' face. She called that ball up. She said, I'm passing this ball. She passed it, she transitioned off the net, and then she got fed and got the kill.
It's been tight here in the second set, but the Volunteers starting to pull away. They're up by 4.
Well, in the tournament, led by Tori Stafford, it's a bunch of veterans, but also I would say it's anyone's game, and Texas A&M could win, so that is as neutral as I can be.
I'll tell you what, if Tennessee keeps playing the way they're playing today, they're going to ruffle some feathers, let's put it that way.
Absolutely.
Now, I think Oklahoma is not playing their best volleyball right now. I give all the credit to Tennessee and how they're playing, but I feel like Oklahoma is a little bit discombobulated, and if you could spell discombobulated, that would be very impressed. But they don't seem like they are sharp today as well, which makes Tennessee look even that much more dominant. Oh, there's a big hit, though, from Tekoa Barnes over on that left side for Oklahoma.
And Oklahoma just needs more of that. They've been tipping, they've been out of a rhythm. They need some firepower. They need 1 or 2 players to step up and say, hey, we're not out of this. I'm going to put the team on my back and I'm going to get the job done. And that's a really good start to a run that they hope to go on.
Yeah, and it was a 7-1 run for Tennessee, 3-0 run in the last 3 points. So that was a much needed big swing from that athlete right there, number 3, Tekoa Barnes, as we see Gibson from the back line, plays it off the tape. Star Williams is having a great day as well. She's hitting 375 before that swing. I swear I was going to look down and see about 800 because every time she touches the ball, I feel like she's getting it to drop.
And she's made a big impact defensively too, and in serve receive. She just passed that ball, then transitioned off the net, and then got the kill. So she's played really well-rounded volleyball in this match.
Oh, another ace. Plante puts it into no man's land.
And what I love about that, Plante, after she got that ace, she put up 3, because that's her 3rd ace. So she's counting how many aces she's had.
I would count them too. Those are not easy to come by, despite how well Tennessee makes it look today. Black just gets it rejected. And you saw Pollock's face. I think she was even shocked by the power of that block. Look at this.
In a lot of ways, the tempo set can be really good, or it can trap you, and you can catch it low, and the block will be there. And in Oklahoma's case right now, the tempo set is just a little too fast, and the Tennessee block is trapping them.
And I think that actually went off Star Williams for the block, even though Pollock looked like the more excited of the two. There's Star Williams again.
Star Williams against Kentucky had 9 kills, no errors, hit 563. So I would say she's definitely on a roll coming into this match, and extremely efficient performances against Kentucky and now.
I think Tennessee took that first lead by Oklahoma personally because they were down 8-7 to Oklahoma, and since then it's been an 11-2 run for the Volunteers. Why not? Just keep feeding Star Williams. She is on a roll. Now she's hitting over 500 for the match.
Star Williams is so explosive. She's so aggressive. And look at the gap in the block. Middle blocker a little late to close. That's Burgess there. Star Williams sees about 2 feet of just open space, and she can punish the ball with a one-on-one situation. That's her 7th kill, hitting 545.
Yeah, Tennessee is absolutely on fire here today. Tomorrow we're featuring the 2nd game of our Monday night men's basketball doubleheader. Freshman phenom Nate Amon and the Tennessee Volunteers host Rice at 8:30 Eastern right here on the SEC Network and the all-new ESPN app. It's the first meeting in the series since December 6th, 1963. Do you remember watching that one?
Oh, yeah. I was about 50 years old. So
believe it or not, I wasn't even alive for that one, Madison. I was waiting for an old joke, but thank you for not. Tennessee's season snapshot, you know, they started hot, and now 6-5. More recently, they were 9-0 at home, and then more recently, they're 4-3 on this home court. You know, you'd like to see yourself peak late in the season. It didn't seem like the trend that was happening with the Volunteers lately, Madison.
Yeah, absolutely. And looking at their RPI, 28, that combines strength of schedule and then also wins and losses. So their RPI is pretty high, which means that they've played some really tough teams. The SEC is very strong this year, so that's a really good RPI for them. Even though they've had some losses here and there, they're playing some of the toughest teams in the country. So they have a lot to be proud of, and I would say right now they are looking really good going into the SEC tournament next.
Head coach Eve Rackham-Watt did tell us earlier in the season, she said, I really feel like this team has the talent to play the last weekend of women's volleyball, meaning they're going to be in that Final Four vying for a national title. Maybe hasn't looked like it all season long, but again, if you have the talent and you build and peak at the right time, you know, crazier things happen, right?
And Tennessee's strength is their depth. They have a theme this season, it's me over self. And Rackham-Watt said, our depth is our strength, and this team is all about being selfless. And you can see how many All-Stars they have on their roster and not even playing. They have so much depth that they can tap into and that they have throughout the season.
Somebody we haven't called their name today is Peyton Chapman, who's been outstanding for this team this season and not even needing that contribution today.
And that's just how much depth they have. Star Williams at that opposite position, so good, so elite. You see Peyton Chapman there, both of them such star athletes, but that's just how much depth they have on their roster.
6-0 run now. Oh, and Plante was deadly from behind the stripe, and that one she gave it back to him. Maybe trying to get a little too cute with that one.
Yeah, sometimes the short serve can be a high risk, high reward, especially if you're not trying to pop it super high. You've got more room for error there, but I love that she went for it. Tennessee still's up 20-11.
Takoa Barnes now to serve. Put a little bit of life into the Sooner team. Let's see if she can here. Big time serve, but Tennessee handles it. Star Williams. No one's getting that one. Great effort from Barnes, but...
Sorry, I just got excited. Caroline Kerr's set is so impressive. Right there, she's reversing the flow. Her body is running towards us over here on the sideline. So you think, oh, the easy set would be the outside. No, she's going to reverse the flow back to her opposite attacker and put her in the best position to score.
9th kill for Star Williams, 16th assist for Caroline Kerr, who again just recently passed 3,000 assists in her career here at Tennessee. Oh, they found the empty court there.
That's only Alexis Shelton's second kill on 13 attempts, still hitting 0. That's one of those where she leads match in and match out. So in order for Oklahoma to come back, they are going to need to get her going.
Trying to get to that 400 kill mark again this season. Had 23 against Kentucky Friday night. She currently sits at 377 coming in here. You say something good, because I've run out of things to say. They are just controlling this.
Well, from a strategic standpoint, Oklahoma's usually triple blocking the outside. There, they decide not to triple block. They have a double block, so Alexis Shelton is the off blocker pulling back to dig. But that's how good Hayden Kubik is. She can tip, even though there's an off blocker there to dig it, she can tip it where they're not.
Oh, off the tape. Way to handle it, though, for Shelton. She gets it back, and she finds the side of the court. Big swing cross court for Alexis Shelton.
Alexis Shelton is their go-to, usually in serve, receive, and transition. And one of the reasons why she's so good is because of the angles that she can create with her attack. And with how high she jumps, she can get on top of the ball and create so many angles for herself.
See if Flack can get this big serve to go down. And she does. It's an ace for Alyssa Flack. So 13 points for Oklahoma here, and 14 rather. 22 for Tennessee. Still in control, all the Volunteers, but can Alyssa Flack and the Sooners get a little momentum here? Maybe put some pressure on Tennessee. Another great serve. All the way across to Kubik. And she plays it off the block, and it goes out, point Volunteers.
It's a great follow-through by Kubik. That block was up and pressed and set, but she just followed through nice and long, got on top of the ball, and tooled the middle blocker that was a little late to close, and so the timing wasn't right.
Harper Hall in the set right there. Great team for the Sooners. Here's Kubik from the back row. Point Tennessee.
Tennessee's all-around game has been so good. On the block, they're slowing down Alexis Shelton. They're getting the block touch. And they've got their middle back attacker digging it up perfectly. And then since Caroline Kerr is in the front row, she's able to set the back row, or she can take it over herself. I mean, just the amount of balance that they have, the options that she had on that play was incredible. And she goes with Hayden Kubik in middle back.
I mentioned Harper Hall, the setter for the Sooners. They play a 6-2, meaning they use 2 setters. Their other setter, Avea Mega, out when Harper comes in. Touch for Infante. Shelton gets it to go. Off the dig from Kubik, can't save it.
Now Alexis Shelton starting to heat up. They've moved away from that triple block Oklahoma has. So the off blocker was there to pass the ball up, and then Alexis Shelton with all that range and height put it away.
Actually, that was Dostick that dove for that one. So set point still for the Volunteers. They've got a handful of set points to work with here in set number 2. Back row, Kubik. Putting it down in every way she can put it down. And another dominating set for the home team, the Tennessee Volunteers. Can the Oklahoma Sooners find an answer? They're going to have to do it quick. SEC Volleyball powered by Sprouts Farmers Market. And the Tennessee Volunteers, they have harnessed the power because they have just dominated those first 2 sets here in Knoxville. John Roethlisberger, Madison Fitzpatrick. Madison, big reason why. They got a lot of reasons, but Star Williams really standing out today.
Star Williams has been absolutely electric, and she makes it look easy, just skying into the air. Even if there is a double block on her, she can put the ball away in so many different ways. She can turn it down the line. She can tool the block. If there's a one-on-one situation and she gets any kind of space, she can put that ball straight down. She's had 9 kills, hitting .615, which is extremely efficient as a pin attacker. She's had a dig, a block, only 1 error. I mean, she has pretty much been playing lights out, and so has all of Tennessee. What I want to see from Oklahoma in this set, I think Oklahoma needs to serve aggressively, and they need to work to get Tennessee off the net. Because when Tennessee is on the net, they are running that balanced offense. Their attackers, some of them are hitting upwards of 800, so Oklahoma needs to put some pressure behind the service line to get Tennessee's offense off the rhythm and off the net.
Yeah, and Tennessee has just seemed like they are flowing, and Oklahoma, on the other hand, you're alluding to it, just seems completely disjointed and not having any rhythm. Maybe starting with the setters, as you kind of mentioned.
Absolutely. I mean, they run a very tempo offense, and the setters are setting them in their normal tempo offense, but Tennessee's block is really good, so it's either a trap set, it's a little too far off. I'd look to see Oklahoma try and get into more of a rhythm. Maybe their attackers need to be craftier, maybe a little bit more versatile with how they're attacking the ball, because Tennessee's block's been just as good as their offense.
Star Williams, by the way, 8 kills in the second set alone. Caroline Kerr all the way across to Kubik, can't get that one to go down. A rare miss. Kubik hitting over 700 coming into the second set. The Tennessee Vols are over 500. Meanwhile, the other side of the net, the Sooners are hitting under 100. .094 currently for the match. Never going to win a match if you're doing that. Pollock puts it down hard, but the Sooners handle it. Her over to Kubik, that time it goes.
Kubik can just really get on top of the ball and punish it. She's got a high vertical, and more important than that, she's got a whole lot of power, and she's swinging with all of that momentum in her approach straight down. Even if the block is in front of her, she just is almost outpowering them.
But where do you go? I'm looking at the front line right now. You got Williams, Pollock, and Kubik for the Volunteers, and an overpass, and that is just deadly. You got that line at the net who's just on fire tonight collectively. If you're on the Sooner side, you got to anticipate. What do you anticipate?
And that's the thing, you can't. You just have to wait and play read blocking. Wait to see who they set and then release. Got to work on playing disciplined defense at the net.
Hooch Tekken with the serve, her last match here in the Food City Center in Knoxville. Senior graduating. There's Flack. A little bit of a collision there from the Volunteers going for that one, but Alyssa Flack gets it to go.
Oklahoma looking a little bit better, more in a rhythm. They're giving themselves more chances in transition. They're digging some balls up, they're getting some block touches, and then they're able to put the ball away. Alyssa Flack right now with 5 kills. That set a little low, but she just handled it nicely, powered through the ball and used the block. Actually leading her Sooner team with 5 kills. Alexis Shelton sits at 4. They have 15 for the match to 34 for Tennessee. Star Williams on the right, coming right at us. I do not want to have a Star Williams kill coming at me. It was such a good swing down the line. Blocker for Oklahoma, number 19, Alyssa Flack. You see, just a little late. Star Williams saw some lines, so she swung through the ball, dropped her thumb a little bit, and tooled the outside arm of Flack. Star Williams goes out. Dostik comes in to serve. Oh, and they're calling it out, point Tennessee. That was a savvy move from Camille Gibson all the way across the court, right towards us, Madison. I didn't have a great look at it, but we got a challenge. Our first one of the match, a rare challenge. Oklahoma very confident after that point that that ball went in. I think that was a great decision to challenge it. That was such a good spot on the court. You almost want to pay off your player.
Oklahoma is challenging that the ball was in.
You almost want to reward your player for a savvy play, too. I'll just have 2. Oh, and that is clearly, what's that guy back there looking at, Madison? He's looking right at it. We need to talk to him. Really good angles from Hawkeye. Really impressive. And Camille Gibson, who just got that kill, now serves the ball for the Sooners as they have a tie here in the third set, 3-3. Kubik can't get it to go. Kerr gives her another shot at it, and that one is gonna go, and it's gonna take out Madison Fitzpatrick's monitor. Her water, her Celsius, everything is going down over here. So much power from Hayden Kubik, that is crazy. First of all, really good covering by Plante, and then Kubik does a good job getting her feet to the ball. That set a little inside, so that's a crazy angle to hit from an inside set, but Kubik can do it all. Oh, and that one just floated. You can tell right off her hand that one was going to go long, and it does. Service error for the Volunteers. Tennessee has been serving outstanding. 6 aces on the match. Alyssa Flack with a big jump serve. That one off the block, point Tennessee. Chelsea Sutton, we've seen her go in front with the one, we've seen her do the gap set, and then she can also run behind the setter on the slide. And she's just as efficient in front as she is behind, which is pretty unique for a middle attacker. Usually you're gonna favor one or the other, but they run her in front and behind, and she is just as terminal. Chelsea Sutton with 5 kills, but hitting at a very high percentage. Oh, Plante tries to tap it over and just doesn't quite get enough of it. Yeah, Plante definitely wishes she could have that one back. Hayden Kubik is playing phenomenal middle back defense. There's been some really scrappy digs from her back there. But Oklahoma right in it, 5-5. Playing a lot better defensively and able to put the ball away a little bit better. You gotta respect Caroline Kerr when she is in the front row. Now she's going to the back row to serve, but when she's in the front row, she is such an offensive weapon. As a blocker, you've got to jump with that. You've got to respect her. And they're giving it to her. Nobody's challenging her on that. We saw it earlier in the match. And again, maybe not that big swinger in the front row, but how valuable as a setter to have an offensive weapon when she is in the front row like that. We talked about her as a defensive weapon, and they're demonstrating her offensive skills as well. Absolutely, and Alexis Shelton putting a quick stop to that. Oklahoma in a rhythm. Alexis Shelton heating up. That's her 5th kill. She only had 2 in those first 2 sets and started to heat up towards the end of that. I look to see her light on fire in this one. Avea Mega to serve, the other main setter for the Sooners in their 6-2 system. Free ball for Tennessee. Plante to Kerr. Over to Star Williams. Oh, and off the block, and look who's in the middle.
But they are going to call Claudia over the net.
Oh, and what a great play not to be a point, though, goes to the Sooners.
It was really impressive, but if you go over the net, you affect the ball on the other side of the net. If you cross over the tape, check it out. Yep, they say that she attacked the ball on the other side of the net. Alexis Shelton could have made a play on that.
I've done that in my backyard 100 times. I think
sure.
it's a great play, Madison. Shelton blocked it, has it blocked back. Over to Gibson, trying to get some other players going, it looks like, if you're the Sooners, and kind of need to. Shelton not feeling it. Can you get Gibson? Can you get Flack to start putting that ball down, get Tennessee on their heels a little bit, and maybe, just maybe, get a run going?
And this is a good rotation for Oklahoma. Setter in the back row. You've got 3 front row options. Gibson put that ball away, and you can see the fire. You can see the sense of urgency from Oklahoma, which we haven't seen so far.
Their biggest lead prior to that point was a 1-point lead at 8-7 in the last set. Now it goes to 8-6 and an OU 3-0 run right now. And again, from that front row, getting it to go down.
Caroline Kerr is just so impressive, and here's what's crazy about that. She's in the back row, so she cannot be over the height of the net to attack the ball. She stayed underneath it and still went over on 2.
Service error for Tennessee, point Oklahoma.
I think Tennessee may be feeling a little bit of the pressure from Oklahoma. Now they're pushing back. They've got their foot on the gas pedal. They're looking more like themselves. They're looking like the Oklahoma team that pushed Kentucky to 5.
Shelton with the serve. Gooch Tekken over to Star Williams. And I'll tell you what, you can't understate how important a great bump set from Gooch Tekken to the front line. You talk about setters making great sets, but right here, this is so critical.
That's so well said. I mean, that's a really hard set to make. It's over your right shoulder. You're in the back row, and she put Star Williams in the perfect position to score, nice and tight, and then Williams is really aggressive. And
so hard to do that. Gooch Tekken knew right away. She was wagging her finger saying, you got that one. Oklahoma gets it sides out. So they're holding on to that lead. 10-8 now.
Oklahoma hitting 500 in this set. That is light years better than the first 2.
Oh my goodness. Under 100 for the match coming into this set. So big improvement for them. Star Williams comes right back at him. Oh, almost misplayed that at the front. Star Williams again. Shelton handles it. All the way over to Flack. Tries to tap it over. Point Tennessee.
Oklahoma in the net. A little too tight of a ball. She's going for it, and then
look
watch
right
the
there.
right
Yep.
hand follow through.
Flack into the net, cannot touch that net. So a break for Tennessee. Dostick back to serve. Beautiful serve, just clears the net. All the way over to Gibson, right back to her again. Kerr gets under it. Oh, just a little bit of an overpass. Oklahoma couldn't get a hold of it, but goes to Flack, and she does get a hold of it.
Flack is one of those players for Oklahoma that is stepping up, and what you need from a player like that is just aggression, to forget about the first 2 sets and to play aggressively. Good set, nice tempo set, and then Flack taking a huge rip at it.
Flack again leading the Sooners in kills. She has 6. Camille Gibson with 5. Alexis Shelton with 5, and there's a service error. This one, it seems like Oklahoma might get a little bit of a roll. They can't afford to give them freebies at this point.
No, definitely, but you have to appreciate the aggression from behind the service line, because Tennessee is so good offensively and so balanced when they're passing on to the net. I do like that they're serving aggressive, but that's got to be one of the only ones you give them.
Full serve. There's Gibson again from the back row this time. Quick set right there in the middle.
Something we haven't seen from Oklahoma yet has been the middle attack. They have relied heavily on their pins in Shelton and in Gibson and in Flack, but they haven't run through the middle a lot. So I love that they're trying to establish that now in the set.
That was Ada Owagu with that kill. So trying to mix it up. They're looking for an answer, and so far it's helping out Oklahoma. Plante, though, from that left side gets it to go.
One of the reasons why you serve the outside hitter, they're pulling back to pass. So you want to serve at them to kind of get them out of their rhythm, to take them out of the offense. Well, Plante says, I'm going to pass a perfect ball, come in and get the kill. Really well done. Good 6th rotation player in Plante.
And a service error for Tennessee. Moves the lead back to 13-11, Oklahoma.
Something to watch for now. Caroline Kerr in the front row. Look to her to call her own number. And you've got Hayden Kubik in the back row. Always a viable option there.
Takoa Barnes to serve. She's also brought some life into the Sooner lineup today when they needed it. Oh, and they are not holding back on those serves, Madison. They're looking for points wherever they can find them. Unfortunately, that one did not pay off.
And that's what head coach Aaron Mansfield said. He said, we're going to serve aggressive in the beginning and the middle of the sets, and then towards the end, we're going to try and play a little bit more consistent. I do like that Oklahoma's going for it, though.
Number 9, Kelly Jo Burgess in for Oklahoma. Maybe someone else that could give a little life to this Sooner team. There she is right there in the middle, and she gets it.
You called it. KJ Burgess, that's her first kill. She's only been set 5 times. Like I said before, she's the leading attacker in efficiency in the SEC, so she's extremely consistent and efficient. They just haven't gotten the ball to her.
They got to try harder because she can add a lot. Plante gets it just slammed back in the face of the Volunteers on that one.
Alexis Shelton says, you guys won the first 2 sets. I don't care. I'm going to fire my team up. I'm going to play disciplined block defense. I'm going to turn my palms into the court, press them down towards the floor, and shut that ball down.
A big hitter loves a kill, but they gotta love a block right in the face of the offensive player from the other team. Biggest lead for the Sooners, 15-12. Kubik and Keandre Grandberry, some outstanding seniors. I'll tell you what, they're gonna miss Hayden Kubik, among others. Shelton, but maybe finding some rhythm. Other athletes getting involved, Madison, for Oklahoma on the attack, maybe opening things up a little more for Alexis Shelton.
Absolutely, and just, I think, feeding off of other people's energy as well. She brings her own, and it kind of puts some pressure, gets some pressure off of her when other players start to step up, and now she can find her moxie.
Oh, and they found a way to stop the train. The Sooner train had a 4-point lead, their biggest, headed into that point. And really the tail of the tape, it doesn't take a genius to figure this out. After 2 sets, Oklahoma was hitting .096 on their attacks. And that is, let's just say that, let's call it what it is. That's terrible.
You can't, yeah, it's really hard to beat a really good Tennessee team if you're hitting like that.
And Tennessee, on the other hand, was hitting .531, 531. And now here in this set, Tennessee hitting 200. Meanwhile, Oklahoma hitting 350. And just gave them another free one.
Yeah, Oklahoma definitely in a rhythm offensively. I mean, the setter and with her attackers, they're just connecting so much better. They run a very tempo offense. The tempo has picked itself up. They've gotten it together, and they have a 4-point lead. That's pretty good against a really good Tennessee team.
It's getting late in the set. That one goes down for Tennessee. They close it to 3 at 17-14. Sooners here in the third.
And when you're down like this, key is going to be siding out fast like Tennessee just did, and then you got to get some points in transition. So you've got to dig some balls, and you just got to chip away at that lead. Tennessee going to look to do that now.
Stecking. Star Williams. And she's looked as good as anybody on the court today, hitting at a high percentage, and just time and time again, if you see it go up to her and you're on the Sooner side, you gotta worry.
And Gooch Tekken is so good at the out-of-system set, just putting Star Williams up nice and high. From where we're sitting, you can hear the communication from the players. So they say, hi, 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 which means Star Williams, wait on your approach. She did. PCC is so strong this year. Anyone can light on fire at any time. It would be so nice to have that bye, to scout, to watch, to kind of collect yourself, and then to come in firing on all cylinders in the SEC tournament. I know I cannot wait to watch that tournament. It's going to be a good one. It's anyone's game.
What about rest at that point in the season? Is it important for these guys to rest, have that bye to rest, or is that fatigue not really an issue at that point?
I would say it definitely helps to have that rest, to have the extra time to get there, to get to Savannah where they're playing, and just kind of have some time to prepare yourself. I definitely don't think it hurts.
Mega over to Flack. Oh, and Caroline Kerr with a rare mistake. Sets it into the pin, and point Oklahoma.
You're right, Caroline Kerr has played so consistently. She's had 4 kills, 26 assists. She's hitting .571, 7 digs and 4 blocks. I mean, she's been playing lights out. That's one of those that you just forget about. You got the memory of a goldfish. You forget about it.
And those eyes, did you see the eyes of Caroline Kerr waiting for that serve? Star Williams.
Wow.
And that might have hit the 10-foot line. Again, every time she goes up, I'm more impressed than the last time, and I was really impressed the last time.
And another thing that's impressive about Caroline Kerr is she knows what player is hot. She knows who the hot hand is, so she's going to reverse the flow, set up her attacker, Star Williams, in a one-on-one situation, give her some space to absolutely punish the ball.
Star Williams up to 13 kills, 1 behind Hayden Kubik. There is Kubik, not demonstrating the power, but definitely demonstrating the aim. And Tennessee pulls within 1.
And this is what it takes to get back into it. You make a couple good defensive plays, you get a couple kills in transition, and just like that, 17-18.
Gostick now. Oh, that might have gone out if they let it go. Flat. Oh, gets a hold of it. Handles it in the back row. Kubik, an unorthodox kill right there, but again, finding a way to get it go down. Tennessee ties it up.
Plante is playing some incredible middle back defense, extending rallies for her team, and then Kubik's got the triple block on her, but that block not pressed over enough, and so the ball stuck between their arms and the net.
7th tie score of this 3rd set. Flack gets it to go from that left side. She is having herself a match.
It's a great response by Oklahoma. Quick side out. You're still up by 1. I know Mansfield's happy to have that one.
7th kill for Alyssa Flack here in this match. Gibson with the serve. Blistering overhead serve. Oh, Sutton in the middle there, but hits the net. Point Oklahoma. She not only hit the net, she almost ripped the net down right there.
She wanted that ball.
She absolutely wanted that ball. Here's our Week 13 SEC Network, and a few more aces there from the service line.
And Coach Eve Rackham-Watt said, you know, she's a senior, she's a transfer from Nebraska. She's had so many expectations on her entire career. So to have it all come together her senior year, I mean, the stats don't lie. She's having a phenomenal year. She said to reach that kind of, that potential, that high of a level is so fulfilling to watch her do that.
Yeah, 15th straight match with double-digit kills, and the 21st time this season with double-digit kills.
And they're going to need her here, down by 2. Oklahoma's now in the red zone. They can see light at the end of the tunnel, at least for this set. They're going to need a quick side out.
So where do you go? You're Tennessee, you're down 2. Here comes the Sooner serve. Where do you go in that front line if you need a point, Madison?
Hayden Kubik at 583.
They go to Sutton. But it's sent back right now. It appears Oklahoma's got the point. Tennessee arguing, but it does go to Oklahoma, so 21-18.
Alyssa Flack has locked in offensively and defensively, playing so good at the net.
Gibson with the serve. Oklahoma up 3. Off the tape. Tennessee handles it. Another quick one from Kerr. This time she can't get it to go. Flack off the block. Another point. It's a 4-point lead for Oklahoma here in the third set. They are in the red zone, and it is getting desperation time for Tennessee if they want to close it out right here in the third set.
Another key to this game from Mansfield, he said defense, we need to be scrappy on floor defense. They kind of missed that in the first 2 sets. Well, they have played such scrappy floor defense in this set, and that's contributing to that 4-point lead.
So Alexis Shelton, their go-to
teams in the SEC, and it's just about putting it together at the right time.
So Oklahoma coming out of that timeout, they will have the serve. It's going to be Camille Gibson. 16 aces on the season for her. Where does Tennessee go? It's not a must-have point at this stage, but it's getting there. Only 3 points to give to Oklahoma to give this set. Oh my heavens, and that is what Tennessee's not going anywhere with that one. Tremendous serve.
That's such a hard serve to pass because not only is it coming at you with a lot of power, the trajectory is really hard too. It's coming at such a high angle and getting down really quickly.
Four players in that back line to receive for Tennessee. And there's Kubik. You need a point? Why not? Go to the kills leader for the Volunteers, Hayden Kubik, hitting over 600.
Wow, that is crazy efficiency for a pin attacker.
So they got Caroline Kerr in the front row. That means you have one less attacker in theory for Tennessee. Oh, Shelton puts it into the net.
Opportunity here for Tennessee, but they've got to play very clean volleyball. At this point, you can't give Oklahoma any free points.
Yeah, they really don't have a point to give. One more, and it's going to be set point for Oklahoma. So you got to get a run here if you're the Volunteers. Clean serve. All the way over to Flack, and it's just sent right back.
I think we're going to see a timeout for Oklahoma. Yep, smart call.
Tennessee pulls within 2.
That was Caroline Kerr all day.
Caroline Kerr again in that front row. How valuable. You know, the Volunteers started the season playing with the 6-2 or toying with that 6-2 where you bring in 2 setters and you have them in the back row. And I think they realize, hey, we've got an offensive setter. And they realize it's not worth it to take her off the floor. 100%,
and Caroline Kerr has so much USA experience. She played with Team USA this summer, and from that experience, she went to her head coach and she said, listen, I think that this team can be the best it's ever been, and I want to take some things that I learned. And when they were running that 6-2, she was very selfless. Coach Rackenwatt said she could have caused a scene and felt like she deserved more, but she just bided her time, she did her role, and now she's in that 5-1 commanding this offense.
I mean, if you're an alpha like Caroline Kerr and you are that competitive and believe in yourself the way you do, and rightfully so, you got to just bite your lip coming off the floor, you know, sharing time with another setter. And they have Izzy Mogridge, who's tremendous as well. But, you know, she wants to be out there, and she's proved herself, and it's been a good decision, it feels like, for the Volunteers. And
honestly, I think throughout all sports, whenever you're a starter and then you kind of take a lesser role, it builds character. It just kind of builds you up in different ways, and it makes you a better leader because now you understand all of the roles of the team. And I just think it does volumes to the character of the athlete when you have to experience different roles.
So Oklahoma needs a point. They need to stop the bleeding here. Alexis Shelton and Alyssa Flack, who've been very good attacking the net today, are in the back row. We got Ada Uwagu in the front row. Do they go to her, just a freshman, in a moment where they absolutely need a point right here? There she is, and she delivers. The freshman getting the point when Oklahoma absolutely needed one. And now it's set point for Oklahoma.
And it starts with the pass. That pass was nice. It was on the net. It allowed them to run through their middles, which are historically their most efficient attackers.
And a big server, too, behind the line, Alyssa Flack. Yeah, Tennessee just did not respond to that quick set at all defensively. Oh, and could they end it with an ace? And they do! The big server delivers, and Oklahoma There is life in Soonerland. They get the third set. They rally and keep it alive as we head into set number 4. Season is coming quickly in women's volleyball, and it's going to be an exciting one without a doubt. Looking forward to that. Our match summary so far, obviously Tennessee leading 2-1, but man, the numbers really show that those kills and that hit percentage just flip-flopped in that third set. Oklahoma with an advantage there. They won the set.
The amount of mental fortitude that you have to go down 2 sets and then to completely turn it around, to get into a rhythm offensively, to make some big plays defensively, to step up the block. I mean, it's just so impressive what Oklahoma was able to do in that set. They hit 267, they amped up their service pressure, and then they've had different players step up when needed. Flack stepped up, Shelton stepped up, also defensively, and Gibson stepped up. And then from behind the service line, I mean, they have been a whole lot better. So good on Oklahoma for getting back in this.
Freshman setter Mega now behind the line to start this 4th set off for Oklahoma. Over to Star Williams, overpass. Oh, Fonte takes a swing, but it's out. She's claiming it hit a hand. Or we're gonna have a challenge.
Might as well. I mean, every single Tennessee player and the coaches on the bench, they all thought they saw a touch.
So they are going to challenge this.
Tennessee is challenging. There was a block touch on the play.
Going back to that last set, Oklahoma going.
After review, the call will be reversed. The point is awarded to Tennessee. They retain their challenge.
You're so happy that challenge was reversed because you don't want to lose a challenge right out of the gates in the first point of the set. And you can see the finger move on that right hand. Good Hawkeye view.
That finger wag, it doesn't look like it feels good either. When the ball is coming in at about 50 miles an hour, hitting your fingers.
Sometimes you don't feel it in the heat of the game. You can't feel your fingers.
Fonte with the serve. And just a little off on that pass for Oklahoma, and it's 2-0 Tennessee.
Fonte has been so good behind the service line, leading her team in aces today with 3 aces. Right there, she's just providing a whole lot of pressure, a lot of added pressure from that line.
Well, the overpass there again from the setter Wegu, and Tennessee puts it back on him.
Yeah, Wegu's running that quick offense, very tempo. Maybe that was just a little too low. Gibson had nowhere to go. See her, she has to tip it. She's trying to tool the block by tipping it, swiping it off the arms, but just couldn't get there.
This time over to Shelton, off the block and out. Tennessee can't get that block to go down, and it's the first point for Oklahoma here in the 4th set, 3-1 Volunteers.
There's so much that goes into blocking. You have to turn your palms into the court. If you're on that left side, you got to drop your pinky, point towards area 6, right there. Not able to get it.
Beautiful serve from Shelton. Star Williams on the right side, and she gets it to go again. Her 14th kill of the match, hitting well over 500.
I tell you what, the pin attackers for Tennessee are just absolutely phenomenal today with their efficiency. Those are crazy numbers.
And there is her stats.
Wow.
1 kill in that first set. Man, she ratcheted it up. You can see Oklahoma on that last one just couldn't close on Star. Oklahoma off the block. Another point for them, 4-2.
Great swing by Alyssa Flack. Used all that momentum in her approach to drive through the ball, off of the hands of the block. It takes a lot of follow through to tool the block like that, and she did it nicely.
Sydney Thompson, the senior from Tulsa, Oklahoma, with the serve now for the Sooners. Oh, and she tried to play that right line. It was close, but it was out.
It was close, and as a serve receiver, as a passer, you follow that ball. You put your foot on the line, and you track it the whole way out with your eyes. I could see Hayden Kubik's eyes follow that ball all the way out.
So we've seen this throughout the match today. Star Williams goes out. Maggie Dostick comes in to serve, freshman from Tampa, Florida. Oh, there's Gibson. Absolutely blisters that one, but unfortunately goes wide.
And Gibson right there had a one-on-one situation. Kerr was up blocking her, but Chelsea Sutton not there to close. Kind of worked out in their favor, though, because no one touched it.
Yeah, really advantage for the attacker there, but they couldn't take advantage. For the Sooners, they took advantage right there, though.
You know, Chelsea Sutton a little mad at herself, not there to close the block, to put 2 blockers in front of Gibson, who just takes advantage with a quick snap on the ball.
And Sutton was moving the other way, anticipating the set going to the other side, but it did not. Kubik taps it over, and a little bit unfortunate. Gibson got a hand on it, but right behind her was Alexa Shelton, who looked like she could have handled it, but just enough of a touch from Gibson to misdirect it into no man's land. Return the favor there. Tennessee looked like the same thing just happened. Gooch Tekken got a hand on it, but right behind her was Kubik. So they exchange mistakes on both sides of the court.
That's one of the reasons why you want that pass up at the net, because then you can run through your middle, and even though there's a little bit of an error on Tennessee's side, your middle attackers are very efficient. They contact the ball so high. Oklahoma needs to continue passing like that in order to make up this deficit.
7-4 Tennessee here early in the 4th set. Flack ended that 3rd set with an ace. And she darn near gets another one here. Free ball, though, for Oklahoma. Oh, and there's Alexis Shelton, closes it to within 2.
That's an opportunity that you're not going to get a lot of the times against this Tennessee team. Miscommunication, some routes not run, or just lack of communication there, and then Alexis Shelton punishes the ball. Her angles are amazing. She drops that thumb and can hit it so sharp.
Another great serve from Flack. Kerr to Kubik from the back row, but the Sooners somehow take care of business on that one. There's Kubik again, this time into the net.
You can play the ball with anything. Wow. That was amazing up. I think off of Gibson's shoulder, you just see the power from Kubik, and boom, up off of the shoulder, got it up, able to keep the ball alive in transition and extend the rally to get the point.
Wow. I'm not sure if she was trying to hit the ball or get out of the way of the ball right there, but it worked. Whatever it was, it worked. Flack again. Monte handles that serve tremendously well. They needed that. That was Sutton.
Yeah, they needed that from Chelsea Sutton. That's her 6th kill, 3 errors. She's only been set 10 times. So whenever they get a good pass like that, continuing to run through her to get her into a rhythm, like I said before, in front of the setter or behind, she's just as strong in both.
Tennessee stopping that Oklahoma run. They had closed to within 1. Now it's back to 2. Over Shelton there. Oh, tried to get a quick tap over. Did Pollock, but it is rejected right back onto the Tennessee side.
She can do it all. I mean, that was a great tip, good placement, and then a really good heads-up play. She's not taking herself out of that play at all. Her eyes are on the ball.
Absolutely right. She just stayed right with it, anticipated that quick tap over by Pollock. Boa with the serve. Monte with the swing, not a hard swing though. And then Shelton gets another one, ties it up. Oklahoma on a 5-1 run.
Absolutely, and this is why Alexis Shelton is such a good leader of this team. She can lock in and accumulate points at such a high volume when they need her.
Go Barnes again. Beautiful serve. Shelton almost gets that one to go, but big dig from Gooch Tekken. Plante with the swing, comes right back at him. Over to the Oklahoma side, free ball. Now a free ball for Oklahoma. Oh, and a quick set right in the middle, and that is KJ Burgess with the point for Oklahoma and lead Sooners, first one of the set.
Volleyball is such a game of momentum. It's such a sport of momentum. Right now, Oklahoma has all the momentum, getting their middles involved. That's Burgess' 2nd kill. Usually she's more involved in the offense, but now that they're passing more towards the net, they're able to run through her. and she's doing a great job.
If you can get that middle involved in your attack, it just puts the defense on just another set of skates. Because you've got to move side to side. You don't know if you're going to stay in the middle, and it just makes that indecision. And if you do it well, you can take advantage of a team. So we'll see. Can KJ Burgess get a rhythm going here as the Sooners move up 1? Must-win set for the Sooners. The Volunteers trying to avoid that 5th set. Cubic from the back row. There you go. Ties it up. 19th kill for Hayden Cubic. Still hitting over 500.
Big time swing, and that's how many options Tennessee has. Caroline Kerr was in the front row, and when you're off the net, you've got Cubic in the back row ready to go. She's got so much power, and she swings with it every time.
Caroline Kerr, 34 assists today. Point Tennessee.
Maybe that's set a little too low by KJ Burgess, just not able to get on top of it. She kind of met it where it was. It didn't look like it was high enough to get on top of it.
A lot of system, tries to get it back. Shelton still gets a big swing on it. Monte tries to find the empty court, can't. Kerr over to Star Williams. Overpass, free ball for Tennessee. Kerr, back row, Cubic. Sends it back to the Sooners. Star Williams finally gets it to go, and Tennessee back to a 2-point lead.
What a battle. I mean, I think every single person on both sides of the court touched that ball. Guchtekin, amazing defense, such phenomenal ups. And the Tennessee does a really good job at covering themselves, and give it to Star Williams. 15 kills, 1 error, hitting .560. She's been lights out.
And wasn't sure if that touched the blocker. It did not, and it goes out. Oklahoma trying to find that little empty spot of the floor on the left side. Couldn't do it, so it is a Tennessee Volunteer 3-point lead about halfway through this 4th set. Timeout, Oklahoma.
In this tournament. I'm so excited for this tournament. Anything can happen in postseason. It's going to be so much fun.
We got some business to take care of here, though. Tennessee up 3. Caroline Kerr with the serve. Where's Oklahoma go when they need one? They go to Shelton, but it is rejected over on that right side. Williams and Pollock both up at the net.
That's a big block right in front of you. And when you've got a big block like that, and then you add in the discipline that it takes to be an elite blocker, it is really hard to get that ball past them.
That one just clears the net for Kerr. Back over to Shelton again, and this one, she gets to go off a couple of touches from Tennessee.
Interesting from Tennessee, they are targeting Oklahoma libero Frega with the serve. Keeping that ball on that right side area of the court. Right there, good side out. Oklahoma needed that.
Yeah, they stopped that run from Tennessee. They got back to a 3-point lead, and just another big one from Star Williams. Her 16th kill of the match.
And what's so impressive about that is they've run Star Williams from the right side and from the outside, and she's able to score no matter where she's attacking along the net.
Big block from Pollock in the middle. Point Tennessee. Double touch, I believe, from Oklahoma.
Yep, they have a new double touch rule. If it is a double, it has to stay on your side of the net, and someone on your team has to attack the ball after you. If it's a double touch, but you go over the net, and a Tennessee player touches it, then it is a double.
That one's out. Point Tennessee. Danger zone now if you're Oklahoma. Tennessee has extended this lead, 5-point lead. Not insurmountable if you're the Sooners, but we're getting late in this set. You cannot let that lead get bigger if you're the Sooners. Got to try to keep it close, maybe steal it at the end. Shelton from the right, and she gets it done.
Shelton is another one of those players that they can run it from the outside and they can run her from the right side. We haven't seen a whole lot of back row attacking from Oklahoma. Head coach Aaron Mansfield said if they run it early, then it makes their setters comfortable and they'll run through the back row more, but they haven't been using that part of their offense at all.
11 kills for Alexis Shelton. Point Tennessee.
I'm going to call this the flow zone. I read a sports psychology book when I was an athlete, and the flow zone is where it's almost like you can do no wrong. And that's what Star Williams is feeling right now. You're not thinking, it's just muscle memory, it's practice, now translating perfectly to the game. And she's in the flow zone, and she's got a season high.
Season high, 17 kills. I think my math was off earlier. It was a 6-point lead for Tennessee. Got back to 6 right there, but that service error, exactly what the Sooners needed. So 5-point lead for the Volunteers. Thompson with the serve for Oklahoma. Kerr back to Starr again. You got to just keep going back to her until they can find an answer. You might as well go back to Starr Williams. Moves within 1 kill of the kills leader in the match, Hayden Kubik from Tennessee. It's her 18th. She goes out. Maggie Dosta comes in to serve. Big swing from Melissa Flack. Her 10th kill of the match.
Oklahoma's doing a really good job at spreading out their offense. They did a good job with that in the last set. Now Alyssa Flack has 10 kills. What that does is it stresses the block, opening up your attackers for a one-on-one situation like we just saw.
Alyssa played for the U19 Canadian national team. Obviously has the pedigree. Kubik tries to drop it in the donut. Pollock gets a hold of it just enough. She had a little grimace on her face after the one. She knew it wasn't pretty, but sometimes it doesn't need to be.
Yeah, you can see it on her face. It wasn't the cleanest contact, but a lot of the times when that happens, you don't know where it's going, therefore the other team definitely doesn't know where it's going.
Got a funky spin on that one, might help it a little bit. Flack over on the left side, can't get that one to go. Tell you what, Alyssa Flack, bright spot for the Sooner team, and somebody obviously they got to be excited about heading into the future. It hasn't even been healthy this whole season, but certainly showing that she's got the skills to be a big factor here in the SEC.
Definitely, she's a freshman with a whole lot of upside. 6'2", steps up for her team when needed. She's only played in 9 matches this season. This will be her 10th. Open court.
Yeah, they have been outstanding today. You know, we talked about the Sooners, and they had a 1-2 punch of their own. Shelton, obviously, we've seen her throughout today, but Amani Bush was another one that was kind of that 1-2 punch. They accounted for over 50% of their offense this year. We've not seen Amani Bush.
And that's a great point. She was getting targeted in serve receive pretty early. She wasn't handling the pass very well, so coach made the decision to take her out, have other players step up. We've seen Flack and Gibson both step up, but they definitely needed some more production from her early on.
I'm curious why they didn't just bring her in for the front row rotations a little more. We see that with Tennessee and Starr Williams to an extent. Lante off the block, and that's the 21st point for the Volunteers. They are into the red zone, and this might be the foot on the throat of the Oklahoma Sooners. Down 8. Tennessee only needs 4 points. Really, it would be an astronomical comeback. And what has really been, felt like a tight 4th set, Madison. And all of a sudden, Tennessee just said, I'm done playing with my food.
Yeah, when it rains, it pours for Tennessee, for sure.
Coach Tekken, what a dig. Lante off the block, doing what she does. Went for a little stretch there, felt like where she tried to go off that block and was going too high. Back to business for her.
I mean, she's definitely experienced, and it's just that small adjustment when you're making those errors. Gooch Tekken, her defense in left back is phenomenal. She gets low, she gets underneath the ball. She really extends these rallies for her team.
Leads the team with 340 digs coming into today. for this season, and right there she's got the calm hands out. Just relax.
Yep.
Gave up a point there. 22-14 Tennessee. They only need 3.
Yeah, it's definitely good body language for Tennessee. They're not scattered. They're not worried. They're just thinking next point, quick side out here. Oklahoma, though, we've seen it. They have a lot of fight.
I'm curious what Alyssa Flack does. We've seen a blistering serve from her all day today. Does she bring it again? Because Coach Mansfield talked about how they try to back off a little bit on those serves late in the set. Is this one of those moments? It looked like the blistering serve we've seen all day. Sutton with the tap over for Tennessee. Shelton with the swing. Oh, and a little miscommunication possibly on that Sooner side of the net. Plante gets it to kind of drop between 2 of the Oklahoma players.
I love where we're sitting because we can hear the communication from Tennessee, and her teammates were saying high line, and Plante listened, goes high line, and causes a communication error. That's one, if you're Oklahoma, you gotta dig that. You gotta have that up.
I think Dostik's gonna feel that one tomorrow. That just was a shot from Shelton. Plante taps it over, free ball for Oklahoma. Shelton again, tries to tap it over, can't. Back to Shelton again. This time she gets it to go off the block. Shelton is not, she's got that same energy she had from the very first point of this match.
I love it. She takes no break. She is involved in every single play, working so hard in transition to get off the net, swing, sneak it through the block. She's got a whole lot of fight in her and a very bright future.
I think Maggie Dostik got a conversation after that big swing from Shelton. Maybe lost part of an earring, possibly.
She did take that in the shoulder / side of the face.
Takoa Barnes now to serve. Big jump serve and an ace.
That's what it takes to get back in it. I love that they're not taking anything off of their serves from the service line. I love the jump topspin. It's proved difficult to pass by Tennessee. I love that there's no fear from the Sooners.
And Maggie Dostik's back there going, come on, man. Can you stop just rocketing these balls at me every point? So the lead's down to 7. Still a long way to go for Oklahoma, and a very important match again for the Sooners. Madison trying to hold on to that AC, but really, if they want to find a way to wiggle their way into that postseason NCAA tournament, they've got to win every time they enter the floor.
100%. It's tough. Oklahoma's RPI, which is something that the committee takes into account, is pretty low, or I would say pretty high, to where they're the outside looking in. They would need to go on an insane run, and so this is obviously a game that they have to win. But looking to the SEC tournament, Tennessee wins this, they clinch that double bye. They will be in the top 4 seed in the SEC tournament. Oklahoma looking to win to clinch a first round bye. But it doesn't matter how many byes you have, if you can't perform when it comes down time to go to Savannah, it doesn't matter. But Tennessee's looking really, really good with their last match.
That's kind of where I was going to go next. You see football, for example, in the NFL, the team gets a bye and they have 2 weeks off and they come back and they look soft, they look rusty. Is that a thing in volleyball? You sit there through 2 rounds of the SEC tournament, if you're potentially Tennessee, if they hold on to that 4th seed, and is it hard to get that eye of the tiger, that intensity that you need, that maybe the other teams are carrying into a match since they've just played one?
I think that that's a great question. I don't think that it will affect Tennessee because, as we saw from their senior night, they have 5 seniors. They have Caroline Kerr, who is a veteran. So when you have that experience and that maturity, I don't think resting that much will take them out of anything.
I think Caroline Kerr goes to sleep at night with intensity. I mean, she is a competitor.
She dreams about volleyball. She's the first one in the gym and the last one out. That's what her head coach told us, and obviously it bodes well for her and this team.
So Oklahoma with the serve, yet they've closed it to within 7. Tennessee 2 points away from the match. Can they stop this run? Big serve again. Tennessee handles it. My goodness. Kubik from the back row. If you need a point, that's not, I mean, she's tremendous from everywhere, but to go to the back row in that situation, so much confidence in her.
Caroline Kerr coming off the net, setting from the 10-foot line. It's so valuable to have that outlet in the back row, and she's just as efficient from the back row as she is the front, which is pretty rare.
Match point, that's 20 kills for Kubik for the second time this season. Kerr with 40 assists, and here she is with the serve to win. Not on that one. And there she is in the middle, KJ Burgess. We've been calling her name throughout the match today, Madison, and she hadn't really gotten a rhythm, but pays off there.
Absolutely, that's her, let's see, where is she? Can't find her stat right now, but, oh, yep, her third kill on 12 attempts.
Caroline Kerr, why not go to Star Williams for the win? Not this time, though, rejected by the Sooners. They close it to within 6.
Oklahoma's not out, but if you're Tennessee, you think, all right, one side out. We've got a 6-point lead. This is our game. We just need one side out. Got to go crafty on
Where
offense.
does Tennessee go to win it? Oh, a little off there. Out of system now. Star Williams, free ball for Oklahoma. Shelton with a big swing, doesn't go. Kerr, for Star Williams for the win. No! Rejected again! And you got a little finger wag from Camille Gibson on the Sooner side of the net, saying not so fast. You've had your way all day today, Star Williams. Not on that one. And the lead is down to 5.
Look at the technique from Oklahoma with that block. Just turning those palms back to area 6, shutting that ball down. This is as much pressure as it can get for Oklahoma. You have 0 room for error. I love that they're being aggressive, though, and I think this is a smart timeout by Tennessee. Take a beat, take a second, take a breath.
Yes.
You've got 6 points. You got to just close it out here.
Yeah, a side out for Oklahoma means side over because they cannot give up a point. Alexis Shelton today, some of the highlights. Man, I love her grit. Wasn't going well for her early, but she just stayed the course.
Sometimes you'll get a player that leads by example, and you'll get a player that leads vocally, that leads emotionally. Well, she is both of those things on both sides of the ball. Defensively, she's really locked in, and then offensively, she's been that outlet for them when they need her in transition and in serve receive. I think she could definitely play pro after her collegiate career. She has been a mainstay for Oklahoma, offensively and defensively for 4 years straight.
So Oklahoma back out on the court. Tennessee still over in their huddle. They're going to receive the serve. First question I have is how aggressive is this serve going to be? And the second is, let's see who comes out on the court right here. Where do they go? Assuming they can stay in the system, Madison. The one person I see come out is Pollock. Do they go to that middle? Do they try to get everybody to slide over to Star Williams? She's been one of the go-to with Kubik, and instead go to the middle to Pollock right here.
I will say it depends on the pass, where they can get that pass.
Not that time, and Star Williams, like a toothpick in a club sandwich, puts on the finishing touches for the Tennessee Volunteers.
19 kills for Star Williams, hitting 500, which is an insane efficiency. And with that, Tennessee is 4 in the SEC. Looking at that first and second round buys in the SEC tournament.
Here's another look off the Shelton block. There's that triple block you had mentioned, Madison, and it does not quite pay off. It was there, but Star Williams found a way to get through it.
Good mental fortitude by Tennessee, losing that third set, coming back strong in the fourth and taking care of business.